Hello, I just want to do a little quick catch up because I've been a bit ill and there's something up in my ear. There's nothing in it, but it's blocked to fuck. I can't get my head around it. Might be something to do with the hammer or pipe or whatever, I don't know. Anyway, I've just seen and posted on my FB, they're selling a baby's onesie with Eat Pizza, Hail Satan on the front of it. There's other versions, I love New York pizza and stuff. Nothing's coincidence, is it? Mind you, you can't really say eat pizza, hail and Satan has any other meaning, can you? Especially when the pizza is in a 5-pointed star, upside down, in the shape of the Baphomet. So, Jeff Bezos and Amazon, fuck you, standard. Right, let's just go through these. I've only had to scribble down. Hillary Clinton is meant to be in court on September the 9th, which is also the same date General Flynn is in court, September the 9th. But there's a lot of stuff online saying that appeals court has made a decision that she doesn't have to appear. Now, I've not really heard anything about it. I can't hear myself, my ear. Oh, just feels like I'm underwater when I do that. This was on the 14th I did that, so the appeals court has ruled that she doesn't have to, but whether that's, they've got a corrupt judge in there and it's all good, whether she'll be going away from civil and there'd be military tribunal for her because she's a sick fuck. I don't know, we'll have to see, but it's something to look at. 21-year-old girl has been arrested, her and her sister or friend. There was videos on Twitter and online that they kicked the shit out of this family's Trump signs on their garden and stole her son's 7-year-old Trump hat. So they've been arrested now. Good. There's no excuse for any of that. Netflix, there's a lot of arms up in the air on there because they've got a new film coming on called Cuties, which is full of 11-year-olds, and it's like the front cover, they're almost like pole dancing. This stuff is out of order. So they are sexualising 11-year-olds. Netflix are going, no, it's not that bad, really. But they won't remove it. And if it is that bad, why have they made the viewing rating for this film 18 plus? I mean, they're not even teenagers, these girls. They're 11. They're normalising paedophilia, we say. Oh, no, they're not. They wouldn't do that. People say. But they would. They fucking are, aren't they? Open your eyes. A lot of people say they're trying to normalise this paedophilia as quickly as possible now because all these big CEOs have stood down. And Ghislaine is going to start naming a lot of these fuckers, isn't she? Yes. I did see that people are talking about the DNC removed under God from their a lot of their address, but I believe it's only two factions of this in the speech that decided to leave it out of their address, so I'm not looking into that much more at the moment. You can. There's been a massive mosque fire in Durban, South Africa, but that might just have been electrical. We'll see. There's, you know, hot August and stuff. I thought I'd mention it. Australia, good news in Australia while they're all on lockdown. They have done a lot of studies now, and it's in the news that a new drug, Ivermectin, is going to be released, and it has 100% cure effective rate against COVID-19, I think. So that's very, very interesting, isn't it? Because all of a sudden, Australia's lockdown might be over. You know, there's talk of Trump now using convalescent plasma. Don't inject yourself with that, people. So we've got to wait and see what happens here. It's, you know, you've got to ask yourself what the people are going to do when they find about the children. How severe all this stuff is, we don't know yet, but we hear it's bad. What are people going to do about that? But what are people going to do when they find out? This is the general silent majority public find out that cures have been purposefully hidden. How many people's family or relatives have died from COVID? And it ain't just COVID. What about everything else? You know, what if they've been hiding cures from cancer? Which a lot of us think they have. No, they have. You know, you can't attack anyone that whether they cure cancer with herbs, other sorts of things, marijuana, all these sorts of stuff. You can't attack these people and put them in prison if they're curing it. Oh, well, you can, can't you, with the Cancer Act of 1939 that demonises it. So, if people actually find out that they've been hiding these cures for many, many years, how many people, you know, will have lost relatives and loved ones over that time period? This is, I don't know what people are going to do if news like that does come out. Anyway, we've got, we keep hearing more about these, you know, big families. There's a lot of talk about the Li family from China and stuff. Behind the scenes, we know 13 families have been taken down, and many, many others, Rothschilds and Rockefellers and stuff. But I'm not sure whether all this Li family's been taken down yet. We'll see. This is why China and the CCP are still fighting for their lives. We know there's a fifth column working within the United States now, and these people are, you know, this Antifa mob and all these paid antagonists that are infiltrating, you know, the good BLM and pretending to be QAnon now and stuff. But you can see this a mile off who these fuckers are. So beware, people, when the bullshit mainstream media, well, as soon as the mainstream media start telling you something, think the opposite, do your research, you go, oh my God, I'm not listening to the MSN anymore. They're full of it. It's very interesting with Trump making ventilators. Now he's doing exactly what the mainstream media and everyone else is asking him to do. Brilliant. But if you look at the underlying scope of this, we know in the Awaken Club that the ventilators were killing people. They were putting healthy people on ventilators, and 9 out of 10 people weren't coming out of hospital alive in New York and places like this, and they were doing it on purpose. So why was he doing ventilators? Well, it's because he was asked to do it, number one. But was he building the strategic reserve? Were they finding that children coming up from tunnels had been down there so long they couldn't breathe? Were ventilators being made to help get these children up? Were they being prepared for a second wave of something else that wasn't COVID, something stronger? Were these ventilators not ventilators at all? Were they generator devices or something to go into the bad 5G towers to turn them into Tesla towers? Don't know, do we? Anyway, the CDC is no longer recommending asymptomatic testing for COVID anymore. So they're downplaying the testing. Don't need to do that. The UK and the US and other places around the globe are reducing COVID death figures and stuff. A lot of evidence is coming out now, and there will be a lot of lawsuits against all these people. And all these people go, no, my government wouldn't lie to me, are going to find out, aren't they? There's a lot of talk now against the Biden speech, because he spoke for 20 minutes without stuttering. So he was either reading from a video printer through all that, but a lot of people saying now, was it live at all? Because his typing has disappeared when Kamala Harris came on the stage and a watch appeared. Now, whether it was down there hidden under his sleeve, I don't know, but some people are saying that. We need to look at it. Hydroxychloroquine. You know, same with this Ivermectin. This is why Trump mentioned this ages ago. It's in the bag, innit? There. Dr. Harvey Risch has come out now saying about hydroxychloroquine, the evidence against it, the science is so strong and on one-sided and stronger than any study he's ever seen, that hydroxychloroquine is undoubtedly cures COVID-19, or definitely aids the symptoms if used early on. We knew this in March, didn't we? No, that's not true. Oh. What else? In Wisconsin now, cops shot a black guy that was reaching in his car to get to a weapon. They were trying to arrest him. He's got a list of offences along as his arm. There was a warrant out for his arrest. They didn't know if he was going for a gun anyway. So he got shot. He wasn't doing what? Complying with officers. Anyway, so one of the police officers, when walking away to his car, got a brick in the head. And he went down like a sack of shit. Anyway, all this baying mob, BLM, Antifa, whatever, all videoing it, all cheering that he got a brick to the head. It's disgusting, really. Animals, a lot of these people. A lot of them are not. A lot of them beautiful people, but not in that mob. They're not. They're kicking the shit and burning the shit of everything. What they've done now, they've got an American flag on top of a guillotine, and they've said it all like, this is what they want for the United States. This is the fifth column. So awful. A lot of people are awakening, aren't they? Now, unfortunately, a lot of people are awakening but not saying anything. Come on, people. Share the stuff. Start speaking about it. When everyone's awake, the truth's coming out. This is going on and on and on because you won't show yourselves. This is why I've got to go to London on Saturday with a dodgy ear. Pardon? Yeah. Just to make a show of it. Show ourselves to the powers that be that we want change. That's all it is. You know, when all this truth comes out, if anyone comes up to me and says, oh, I knew all along, I was right behind you, all these people fucking start pretending that they were part of the movement, they're going to get a fuck off from me and a lot of other people, I think. Come on, people. Where we go one, we go all. Let's unite. You know, we are one, they are few. Love to all.